Let me guess, you're planning a trip to Rome and you're a little bit overwhelmed. When do you go? Is it easy to get to? Where do you stay when you get there? And then how do you balance having a local experience with visiting crowded mega monuments that you have to visit? And then is a local experience even possible in Rome anymore? The short answer is yes, it is, but it isn't easy. I'm Sean from The Tour Guy. If you're unfamiliar, we run tours all over Europe. And today I'm going to dispel 20 years of experience living and working in Rome in under 10 minutes. Rome is magic and madness at the same time. It will give you so much happiness and joy and wear you out in the same breath. Without a plan, expect to waste your limited vacation time standing in the wrong lines, overpaying for the wrong food, and turning down the wrong streets. Let's fix that today. Let's start with when to go. Rome is a year-round destination, but the experience changes dramatically depending on the season you choose. The short answer is my favorite time to go to Rome is May and very late September into October. The weather is perfect, it's buzzing outside, and there's plenty to do with fewer crowds in the summer. But when you go to Rome really depends on your total plan. I mean, are you pairing Rome with a beach destination like the Amalfi Coast, Sicily, or Capri and Ponza, Sardinia, let's say? If so, you definitely want to go in the summer because you want to bathe in the warm Mediterranean. In this case, June, July, August, and all the way into mid and late September. If you're just going to Rome, December 8th to December 20th is a magical time to be in the city. Why? The Christmas lights go up after the first weekend in December and the city is buzzing. It's beautiful, there's not a lot of tourists there, accommodation is inexpensive, every restaurant is waiting for you to walk in. You can go to any bar, rooftop bar even, without a reservation. It's wonderful. I go every year with my wife. Here's my full year breakdown. January and February is quiet and enjoyable, but February is cold, wet, and windy. I'd almost avoid that month unless you're in the UK going for Valentine's Day. Remember, after December 20th, you hit that Christmas season and it is expensive in the city as high season. If you're religious and you want to see the city during Christmas, okay, but you can get a very similar experience from December 8th to December 20th. In the spring, in March and April, the weather warms up, but avoid Easter week. It's as busy as high season. The summer, June, July, and August is hot, expensive, and ridiculously crowded, but I wouldn't miss it for the world. The energy at night in the summertime is buzzing in Rome. Yes, you're gonna overpay for pretty much everything. It's gonna be more difficult to find things you wanna do, but the city is at its prime. Late October into November and early December is also a great time. Again, you get more rain. It's very possible it might be cold and windy, but if you get the perfect week, it is a wonderful experience and you'll get the most unbeatable prices. Chances are you're pairing Rome with another city like Florence and Venice or the Amalfi Coast, so you might not have 4 full days. Either way, when we get to the things to do section coming up, I will give you my exact itinerary of how to spend each day in Rome. Be there soon. That brings me to how do you get to Rome? Rome has 2 airports and an incredible train station, Termini Station. Rome is connected to all the major cities in Italy by fast train. You can also get to some minor cities in Italy by fast train too. It is incredibly well connected. You often get trains going to these major destinations twice an hour. So it's so easy to get to Rome if you're in Italy. Don't even worry about it. You got this. By airplane, it is very well connected. Fiumicino Airport is the major airport with all the regular airlines, and Ciampino is where you go if you're flying private, in which case call me, I need a free ride over there, or if you're flying budget, okay? I would recommend not taking any budget flights. I've had too many Ryanair EasyJet flights canceled, which disturbs your entire vacation. Pay a little bit extra, fly into Fiumicino, and take a flight with a regular airline. Pro tip, don't worry about exchanging money in the airport or buying a SIM card. We'll cover this in the packing section. But that brings us to where to stay, and the short answer is
location, location, location.
My travel mantra is always to stay near what you do in the morning and what you do in the evening. So I want to be near coffee shops and I want to be near restaurants, bars, and shopping. Many people in Rome will plan to stay near a mega monument like the Colosseum or the Vatican because they want to structure their visit that way. I don't recommend this at all. Don't stay near the Trevi Fountain, Colosseum, Vatican, anything. These monuments are crowded and busy. Rome is split into 22 rioni, or neighborhood. It really won't pay for you to memorize these in advance unless you speak Italian. In English, most people refer to the neighborhood by the major monument, like I'm staying near the Spanish Steps, or the Trevi Fountain, or Piazza Navona, or the Colosseum. My favorite area is Piazza Navona and the area near the Pantheon. You have lots of winding streets, lots of restaurants, great bars, rooftops. It's incredible, and you can walk almost anywhere in the city. We'll get to exactly how to get around the city shortly, so stay tuned. One thing to know is in the center, the restaurants are considered touristy by locals, and this is abundantly true. That said, eating in the center comes with the beauty of the city, which is what you want to do. The best place to stay is a pedestrian area, like Piazza Navona or Via di Coronari or Via Giulia, which is not pedestrian, by the way, but very few cars drive down it, and it's a beautiful, lovely road. Even Raphael himself lived on this street. As for apartment rentals, I don't recommend them in Rome unless you're traveling with your family. If you need multiple bedrooms, apartment rentals make a ton of sense, but otherwise, I don't like texting back and forth with the apartment owner, trying to confirm when we're going to arrive with very busy and hectic travel schedules. I prefer just to check into a hotel, leave my bags, and then as I'm checking out, be able to leave my bags at the front desk as well. Much more convenient if I'm traveling with a single person. If you're looking for other hotel recommendations or other pedestrian areas in Rome to stay, check out the description below and you can read my article on where to stay in Rome. I wrote it myself, it's all my recommendations. That brings the most important part. What do you do in Rome? My formula is simple. 1 structured activity per day, 1 food experience, and time wandering and shopping makes everyone happy. You should always book guided tours, no matter where you're going, especially in Rome. Don't try to wing it, keep things simple and stress-free. Having a friendly and passionate guide makes everything better. So there's a few main things you want to accomplish in Rome, and the first few won't be a surprise. You got the Vatican, the Colosseum. You want to visit a few lesser museums. This is how you keep your experience more local. You definitely want to do a food tour, and then an optional tour is a day trip to Pompeii or Frascati. Day 1, Colosseum in Roman Forum. Book a guided tour to access the arena floor underground. Standard tickets do not include these. Don't try to wing this. Book as far in advance. Most people still only visit the Colosseum in Roman Forum because they don't see how incredible the Palatine Hill is. This is another great reason to get a tour guide. These areas are very large and it's unsure what you're supposed to see and nothing is labeled. Beside that, a tour guide brings everything alive with stories and passion and makes everything more exciting, and they're not that expensive. Day 2, the Vatican Museums and St. Peter's Basilica. Lines of the Vatican never let up, but waiting is optional. Book a privilege entrance Vatican tour or splurge for our after-hours closing time Sistine Chapel tour. Highlights for both tours include the Raphael rooms, Michelangelo's ceiling in the Sistine Chapel, and the Gallery of the Maps. If you book the privilege entrance Vatican tour, which is the lesser of the two, you also get the St. Peter's Basilica. It's a toss-up. What do you want to do? Visit the Vatican with many people or visit the Vatican completely by yourself? On day 3, if it's your first time in Italy and you don't know if you're ever going to come back, a day trip to Pompeii and Amalfi Coast is a must. It's a long day, but unforgettable and checks so many travel boxes. If you're a frequenter to Italy or plan to come back in the future, consider doing a day trip to Frascati. If you haven't been to Tuscany, or even if you have been to Tuscany, Frascati is a beautiful little town. It's just outside of Rome, and there's a beautiful vineyard there. You can go have lunch. It's like $50 to $75 depending on the season, and you get a lunch, a wine tasting, and you get a vineyard tour. It's incredible. Day 4. This is how you get your local experience. Okay, the reason why Rome feels so touristy is because you can only go to the Colosseum and the Vatican. I'm there all summer, and I don't see crowds all the time. I even hang out in the center. 2 museums, Palazzo Altemps, as well as Palazzo Barberini. Phenomenal museums. Palazzo Altemps has a dying Gaul and an amazing courtyard. If you go to Palazzo Barberini, you have Raphael, Caravaggio, and as well as Borromini's helicoidal staircase, which is incredible. Now, if you're only in Rome for 2 days, my pro tip is to join our Rome in a Day tour, which combines the Colosseum and the Vatican. It also visits the Spanish Steps, Trevi Fountain, Piazza Navona, and other areas. In this section, I'm mostly going over what to do, but if you're looking for bars, restaurant recommendations, rooftops, things like this, click the link in our description below. There's an article for our 4-day itinerary of Rome. It's phenomenal, includes every aspect of your day. You can copy and paste it and replicate what we recommend. Getting around Rome is easy. Rule of thumb, if it's less than 20 minutes, walk. If it's more than 20 minutes, take a taxi. Nervous to hail a taxi? That's why you stay at a hotel. They can call one for you, or use an app like My Taxi or FreeNow. FreeNow is my preferred taxi app. It's super easy like Uber, but charges normal taxi rates. Uber is available in Italy, but I've never used it in Rome. I use it often in other countries like United States or France. But in Rome, it's super expensive, so I don't do it. There is a metro system and bus system in Rome, but it almost makes no sense to do this if you stay in the right area. Some people want to stay near Termini Station to be near the metro station. This is a horrible mistake. Don't stay there. It's a terrible area. You have much more fun staying in the center. The only time I would take the metro is if I'm traveling from the Vatican to the Colosseum. It's a very easy journey, or if I'm traveling from the Vatican to Spanish Steps, and obviously vice versa. That brings me to packing. And remember, there's two important things to bring that you can't forget: passport and money. If you have those two things, you can basically accomplish anything. Post-pandemic, you can pay for anything with a credit card, even Apple Pay, even in Rome, even for a coffee. Bring a couple credit cards and your debit card. Don't exchange USD at home or in the airport. Take 20 to 40 euros out using your debit card while in the city, and use that for tipping, because everything else you can pay with a credit card. Packing for Rome for me is all about looking good, trying not to sweat, but if you have to sweat to look good, that's the cost. Here's the must-haves. Carry on only, all the time, without question. That's the pro traveler move. Bring comfortable shoes, but comfortable shoes that are stylish. Also bring less comfortable shoes that are not trainers for dinner, because you don't want to wear trainers out at night. Never sandals or open-toe shoes in Rome. Your feet will get terribly dirty. I also bring a light breakout bag, like a gym bag for dirty clothes, something I can pull out of my carry-on, put my dirty clothes in, maybe get them washed, and bring them back home. I also bring a watch because I don't feel like looking at my phone the entire vacation. For men, the advice is in Rome you want to be wearing shirts, linen in the summer, cotton in the winter. For women, dresses. Lots of dresses. Remember, the type of clothes that are acceptable at home, like athleisure, is not acceptable in Rome. That brings us to apps. My Taxi and FreeNow for taxi cabs. You definitely want to download Uber, but you might not use it very often, but have it in a pinch. Whatever your favorite map app is, Apple or Google, definitely works. I love Apple Maps because you can save restaurants to a guide. So you can look at our restaurant recommendations in the description below, and then you can save them to a guide for Rome and access them when you get into the city, even without internet. T-Mobile has an all-inclusive international data roaming pack for anyone that's a T-Mobile customer. They don't even pay me to say that, but everyone in the travel industry uses it. If you're not using T-Mobile, we recommend an eSIM, and you can find a link to the description below that has a recommendation. Otherwise, WhatsApp is your best friend. In Europe, you only use this service. It's the standard for communication. Rome's food scene is legendary, so food dining etiquette is incredibly important. Reservations are always a good idea. What do you order? Trust your waiter. Rome is about coursing: antipasto, primo, secondo, and dolce. Split dishes if needed, but don't skip a course. The must-try dishes are la carbonara, cacio e pepe, la matriciana, and la grisha, which is hard to find but worth it. Tipping is not mandatory, but 2 to 5 euros per person is much appreciated. Pro tip: sit down for a drink in a scenic spot. Even if the food isn't amazing, sometimes the views are worth it. So there you go, how to plan your trip to Rome like a pro. Now you know when to go, where to stay, what to do, how to get around, and where to eat. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, click the bell, all those things you're supposed to do. I don't know, definitely watch our other videos. We've got lots of helpful stuff on Rome, and otherwise, see you in the city. Don't forget to check out thetouri.com and look at our tours. They're worth every penny.